What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 41 of the XtraSlice, brought to you by the Cheesy Controller Podcast. I'm your host, Anton LaPlatte. Joining me, as always, we have the most generous squid in the sea, Jalen Roberts.
Look, I just want to keep parrying people with my samurai outfit.
We got the Mayor of Stardew Valley and Eorzea, Chris Montalbano.
What's going on, everybody?
And we got the Akatsuki Durag, Madrid Devon.
Heaven or hell, let's rock!
We got a jam-packed episode for you guys this week. We're going to be talking about AMD, the PS5, as always, Apex Season 7, Sekiro's new update, the Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase, and a whole lot more. I feel like there was something I normally do in the intro after that, but my train of thought completely crashed, so we're just going to ride with it.
It's going to be a fun Wednesday.
Yeah, man. It's already been a really long day. We're starting later than usual, so it's already been a really long day. But so I want to start with the PS5 stuff, just because I feel like there's been a lot of news. Like, we got the 4K UI showcase. We got hands-on, like, media starting to get the system itself, and like the controllers
media
are going out to some people who, media influencers.
Your games industry faves, the usual bunch.
Yep.
Not us.
Not us, unfortunately. Cheesy Controller Podcast for PS6,
Yeah, slide us.
Or, PS5 Pro, whenever that happens.
That'd be fun. That's closer than 6 years from now.
Not eight years. That's like
10.
double the time we've been doing it. Well, no, because I feel like PlayStation's pretty consistent on a new console every 8 years and supporting the old console for 10 years. Because, I mean, we know...
Well, traditionally, we got a new console every 4 to 5 years, but then the 360 PS3 generation was just stupidly long, so now we're averaging after that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think they're going to fluctuate because we're going to keep getting these half steps and these, especially on the Microsoft side. They're going to give us, there's going to be a new Xbox next year. I'm willing to bet, like, within the first year, there's going to be, like, an Xbox Series that's like a Chromecast-looking thing or something like that. Like, I feel like Xbox isn't going to just stop with the X and the S. I feel like we're just going to continuously get...
I feel like they're both very consistent with doing that. I mean, PlayStation's done that since the PS1 or PSX. To PS1.
I mean, we've gotten redesigns, but they've never been a year in. I feel like Microsoft's moving at a clip now of every kind of 2 years, or like, so we got the Xbox One, then we took a little while, then we got the Xbox One S, and then the next year we got the Xbox One X, and then it's like 2 years later, 2.5 years later, we're getting the Series S and X, so I feel like if not next year, within the next 2 years, there's going to be another new Xbox that is like, this is either another more powerful thing, or this is another cheaper budget option that takes advantage of streaming and is all digital or is whatever,
Yeah.
I hear they're also still working on that stick model.
Right, yeah.
Well, I know that's not really a console, but like, a streaming
But I
thing
mean,
really
it's an Xbox. It'll be called an Xbox.
Xbox stick?
Xbox Series stick.
I just hope they'll make it make sense.
We're children.
I mean, it makes sense now. They've outlined it of like, the experience you're going to get no matter what Xbox you have for pretty much everything. You're going to, it's like, you can still be playing a base Xbox One, and still get some of these games, at least for like the next year, and they're going to run like trash, or look like they're covered in Vaseline, and like have frame stutters like they have Parkinson's. Like, it's going to be not a great experience, but I mean, you've had that console now for 7
Too damn long.
7 years, so... I mean, but you know what you're getting with that. The Xbox One S that I have, I know it's not going to be the best way to play these games, but it's serviceable. I've been using it as a 4K Blu-ray player. Shout out John Wick. Man.
I'm ready for the fourth one.
Yeah, I need to watch 3. I have 3 on 4K Blu-ray. I need to watch it. I've been pacing it out. Like, you know,
Don't hop on Discord tonight.
You don't want to blow
Watch
your load
John
too
Wick
early.
3.
Right. I've been playing with John Wick on Fortnite. Got a victory royale with him. Been out here, like, you know, got him doing the weekend flashing lights dance, blinding lights, something. Whatever. Because if I start humming a Weekend song, it's going to sound like every other Weekend song. Because I realize how many of his songs are just pretty much the same thing.
They're
but with different
reskins?
lyrics. Yeah.
And all the lyrics kind of mean the same thing.
Right, you do drugs, you're sad, and you drown yourself in women.
It's really just his singles. You know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is definitely a single.
Yeah.
If it's in Fortnite, you know? But yeah, not completely off on that tangent. I really see that this current gen that we're going into now, PlayStation might be more rigid. We'll get like probably a PSVR 2, and then we'll probably get like a
I hope so.
PS5 Pro and Slim around the same time, and then a
That'll
few
be
years
it.
later down the line we're going to get the PS6. But you know, I feel like PlayStation this generation isn't pushing as much. Like, they're pushing the digital agenda by having the all digital system, but like just looking at reports, they're manufacturing less of those than they are the disc one, which is crazy to me because when I went to GameStop to pre-order mine, they had run out of disc systems, and all that was left was digital systems.
I think because I feel like people still want to buy the disc. They want that physical copy.
I mean, I kind of do too, but at the same time, I know guaranteed I have a digital. And I pre-ordered all my games digitally because, like, whether I end up with a digital or end up with a disc one, like, wherever I settle by the time January 2021 rolls around, all my games will be playable, and I still really only have 3 4K Blu-rays, and it's the John Wick trilogy. So, you know, it's not like I'm going to just be running that back all the time. And my Pro's still working fine. Like, I'm going to take it from back here, like, vacuum it out, probably let it chill on the shelf for a little while. But if I need to watch regular Blu-rays at my desk, and I don't, like, which having the Xbox One in the bedroom and being able to watch Blu-rays on that has just been great. And the fact that that's a 4K Blu-ray player, it's like forward and backwards proof, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's always great seeing that
Covering your
HDR
bases.
icon pop up. Like, my monitor, it pops in the bottom right. My TV, it pops in the top right. And it's just like, oh, yeah. We in there. Like, once that HDR shit, I'm like, yeah.
That's just nice.
But yeah, so, I mean, we got the UI. If you guys want to see that, you can go over to the PlayStation blog. They have a 4K walkthrough of that. If you go to YouTube and search PS5 unboxing, they're all over the place. By the time this is out, I know we already have gameplay of the Cooling Springs level of Astro's Playroom. Like, I've been all over this news. Anytime anything PS5, anything happens anywhere, I've been on it lately. Just because I'm, like, so hype. Like, DMC5 Special Edition's available for pre-order on the store now, which was the one game I was like, oh no, I don't know if I'll be able to pre-order it before I get my console digitally, but there it is. And they already have, like, Temtem, which is coming out in December, and so, I mean, there's a growing list of PS5 digital games you can pre-order. They updated the PlayStation Store. I don't know if we've recorded since they did that. And I mean, they cut back a lot of the fat, but it makes so much sense going into the PS5 generation to just have PS4 and PS5.
Yeah, they're really cleaning house just like across the board.
Right. And
Like
I mean,
removing
it makes
communities, fixing up the party system. Like, I understand it, Like, as much as we didn't like the party system or the trophies, the trophies was just different. The party system was like, what the fuck? But I get it.
I never had any problems with the trophy updates. I kind of like it because I feel less stagnant as I level.
Right.
Like, I haven't been getting a bunch of trophies lately, but I feel like I'm making progress still with the few trophies I have been getting. Just because I haven't had a lot of time.
How does the party system make sense to you now?
So
it clicked for me the other day. So when I log on, after like doing a bunch of bullshit throughout the day, I see that people are already on in the party, and it just automatically invites me to like the cheesy squad, for example. Like that shit has like 20 of us in it. So whenever one person logs on,
30. We're pushing 30 in that message group because it's just like everybody I named it cheese. I'm going to set like an icon for it, and everybody knows that like if we go there, everybody I consistently play with is invited. Like everybody you consistently play with, you've invited.
You're invited.
Everybody Kuma consistently plays with, he's invited. Like it's a bunch. It's kind of like blossomed out into like this huge thing. Like it's
kind of more of the community than the community actually was.
Right.
So wait, it automatically invites you? I haven't turned on my PlayStation 4.
So like when I logged on earlier,
it says whoever started the voice chat, which is probably with me today, but like yesterday was Kuma, and so when everybody got on, they saw that Kuma had started the voice channel, and we all got a notification. We jumped straight in, and
oh shit,
yeah. So it lets you know. Like, if you're the first one on, it's just a matter of knowing, like, hey, go to this message group and start the voice party. And then after that, as everybody gets on, they get a notification that it's like, hey, the group that is currently called Cheese, like, you have the ability to hop in and talk to the people you know that will be in here, that were in here last night or the night before, you know?
That's cool.
Yeah,
it's a consistent like landing spot for everybody, which is good.
Like sometimes I get on, like I've been seeing like Hester. He's been all like, wait, what? It's because I sent him the invite. We joined the group.
Right, you sent him the invite. Like
it's like,
it'll be times he's just on there. Yeah,
it makes sense. I get where it was trash, and I see them working on it.
It's a problem in the cases of. Let's say Overwatch, we have a rando. We don't want to invite this rando into our master message group. Mm-hmm. We have to create a whole new... Like, it for the people we always consistently play with and, like, the, like, groups that we have, it works. Like, it's fine. But in cases where, like, Monster Hunter or Fortnite or Overwatch or anything like that where we could be playing with... Or even Ghost of Tsushima where we're playing with one random... The system is not set up for getting...
It's like the vision's there, the execution is not completely
which there. It might be a little bit better on PS5, and I mean, we'll see.
And that's what I was going to say. Like, I'm sure people are out, like, people with PlayStation 5s are in a PlayStation 5 party talking about, this shit's lit. Look at all those normies playing on their PlayStation 4s.
Yeah, every time I see the PS4 icon next to my name in a party on PS4, I'm like, man, soon I'll be stunting on everybody in this party with my PS5 logo. Like, I'm ready. Dude, I'm so stoked. Like, I have a countdown going on my phone. I look at the Call of Duty. So, the Call of Duty pre-order I have is a cross-gen bundle. So, it's technically going to preload on my PS4, even though my PS4 will definitely be unplugged by the time that game comes out. So, like, that's kind of working as the effective countdown to the PS5 for me. So, you know, sometimes I'll just be on my PS4 home screen, just scroll over to my library, look at that countdown to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and I know it's just 24, that comes out 24 hours after the PS5. So, I know it's just that minus 1 day. Feels so good, man. I'm really stoked. All right, so getting off the PS5, like, I want to hand it over to you, Chris and Jalen. Like, I know there's been big news in the PC space. AMD.
This is the PC side of the generation change, boys.
Let's go, motherfuckers!
I'm trying to get integrated.
Okay,
right.
I'm trying to get connected.
Look, AMD is trying to bend everybody over. Like,
After
AMD is really after everyone's lunch right now.
after just showing a bicycle and making everyone sad and thinking the video was going to be the only
perfect
one.
meme.
Yes.
That was perfect.
AMD finally releases
NVIDIA. When NVIDIA announced their new graphics card, AMD showed off a bicycle, like an actual ass bicycle.
And Reddit went fucking crazy.
That shit was hilarious.
I'm confused.
It was
So
Your competition showing a brand new product, and you're like, "But we got a bicycle."
Yes, months ago when
that bike, though.
NVIDIA showed off its 3000 series, AMD came out with a bike. And everybody was like, what the fuck is going on? PC Master Race on Reddit was going crazy. But now, after having our new CPU just dropped, I want to say 3 weeks ago, we're now getting the 660, how do they say it, 6000 series, or do you do 6000 series?
I call it the 60 series.
The 6000 series? Yeah, because that only kind of makes it more fluid.
60?
I've never... Yeah, like 6000. You can't say 60,000 series.
That's 6,000. 60,000 is 6.
Yeah, but okay, so saying 6,800 XT is just a mouthful. I don't know. I've never had an AMD Radeon graphics card, and now
Would
that
you like one?
I would. After seeing these specs, I mean, I want to see some benchmarks.
Don't you have to like change up your motherboard and your like everything to do that?
No, I have an AMD motherboard anyways.
But you're using an NVIDIA card?
I don't think graphic cards are any different. I think the motherboard only goes from Intel and like Ryzen is the only thing that really makes it different.
So the CPU socket.
Yeah, the CPU socket's really only that's the only thing that makes a difference. I don't think graphics cards do that.
Okay, so what did AMD announce today? Was it today or was it yesterday?
I'm seeing as of 7. It was today, as of 7 hours ago. 7-ish hours ago. We've been doing this for a while now. They're doing the 6000 series. So they're coming in, slapping NVIDIA in the face, saying we're going to compete with your graphics card and we're going to make it cheaper because fuck you and fuck Intel.
So wait,
just because that's what they do.
Because I know ray tracing is like an NVIDIA thing. Are these finally the AMD cards that have ray tracing? Is this like what kind of numbers on, like, I know we don't have benchmarks yet, and I know we don't have like real life applications yet.
I mean, their benchmarks are what they're doing. It is compared to the RTX ray tracing
30 series or 20
30 series.
Okay,
30 series.
and is it outclassing it for a cheaper price?
It's comparing either a little on the same point or just like a little bit lower for cheaper of a price. Like the 50 that you get in I want to say the 6800 XT is $649 when the NVIDIA RTX 3080 is $699. So
the AMD cards are just cheaper in general, just straight up. The AMD cards are just cheaper,
and they're comparable.
They're about the same amount of power, and they're just
if
objectively
not
cheaper.
Better. In some cases they're like a couple frames worse, but you do have to come out with benchmarks as we've seen with the 3080.
Well, I mean,
the 3000 series.
The community gets their hands on it. The second media and influencers get their hands on it. Like, sure, you can NDA them, but all this information is going to get out there. Like, that's what's happening on the console side. Like,
I mean,
Xbox information is getting out there. PlayStation information now. Like, last week, nobody had a PS5. We didn't know when media was getting it. We didn't know shit.
How long ago did Travis Scott tweet out that PlayStation controller?
He just he Instagrammed out that controller like a month and a half ago, but
that was probably just advertising, honestly.
Yeah,
when you see that he's like working
one of the
with them,
spokesmen of PlayStation, which is one of the weirdest.
Did y'all see that commercial?
I did. I shared that commercial. I retweeted that commercial.
Yeah, I know you saw
Hold up. Going back onto the PC side of things, not gonna let you consoles people take it over. It is using the speaking of consoles though, it is using the RDNA2 technology that is found in the PS5 and Xbox Series X. So that's tight. It's
the Red Dead North America. RDNA
what?
Red Dead.
No.
Never mind. Bad joke I saw on Twitter. Sorry, I had to go full shit post.
Wooden Tarnation?
What the fuck is he talking about?
Nanny?
Yeah, god damn it, you fucked me up. Yeah, it's using the RNDA and fuck it. It's using the same shit, yes, as your PS5 and Xbox Series X, which is cool. This is all three are based on this, which can say something about what is the RX 6900 XT, which is compatible with the 3090. Jesus, all these fucking numbers. This is hard. I don't know how people do this.
If you're doing math.
Yeah, which is $500 less. Say that $500 less than the 3090, and it's supposed to be head to head with that.
Oh shit! $500 is a huge. You could get that card and a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X for the same price. Like, is a 3090 just like interest. That expensive? Or like?
It's a beefy ass card. But
weeks ago, you guys were saying that like, oh, the 30 series is so great because it's all this power but at a lower price, and then the AMG
just undercuts them out of nowhere.
When we were saying that, we were
that's a huge ass.
No.
When we were saying that, we were talking about the 3070 and 3080. Those were lower prices. The 3090 was already way up there.
Yeah, the 3090 is almost $1,000.
But it's also not 100% made for people who are just. It's not made for gaming. That's why everybody talks about the 3080.
AI.
It's made for people who developers and all that shit. People who want to do way more.
People who want to like edit movies and use shit like that, like cinema, like
cutting edge technology.
Right.
So I don't know if the 6900 is supposed to do that or if it's more of on a gaming side of this whole thing and says it can compete with that, but not what 3090, all of 3090 is trying to do on the other side of things. You just gotta be able to sit here, because everything where I'm seeing on YouTube, all these like people who do benchmarks who are going to benchmark when they get their hands on this thing and are going to say are only comparing the 6800 and the 3080. Nothing about the they're not trying to compare the 3090 with the 6900.
Okay.
At least from what I'm seeing on the internet right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's cool. Like, it'll be interesting to see. Like, I know I subscribe to a few tech YouTubers, and so it'll be interesting to see like their perspective on it, and like when they finally start getting it into their hands and benchmarking it and testing it with games. And because I mean,
look, I just hope they could sell the thing properly and not make it a total shit show.
I mean, AMD's been mass producing this stuff for a while now because this is the same architecture and stuff that we have in the new consoles.
Yeah, so they already have
kind of been cranking this stuff out. Like, they've been cranking out GPUs capable of ray tracing. They've been cranking out CPUs, like, of a certain spec. Like, I feel like anything AMD's out here doing...
Also, they have time on their hands. They saw what NVIDIA's launch was, and it was... all around just trash, but they can see, oh, that's what not to do. Let's make sure we don't make that mistake and we don't lose sales.
All right. Well, is there anything else you guys want to cover on that before we hop into this Nintendo news?
No, AMD
I mean, it's pretty
something.
much if you want to build you could pretty much build an entire next gen PC out of AMD parts and you'd be good.
Yeah, and I mean that's good. Like
you really only should. I mean, if
I wouldn't go that far because
Chris
we haven't had benchmarking
like
on the new cards, but
like, kind of stand over here, like
AMD.
I am. I really want to see the benchmarks on these things, but if I could save $50,
Shit, why not?
I'm gonna save $50. And I mean, I've been a Ryzen fan for ever since I built my PC. I'm never gonna go Intel. Intel is just overrated.
Let's be honest here. Intel was only doing really well because somehow we were convinced that buying $1,000+ graphics cards was a sane idea.
I want to believe that we all had a bullshit 90s, early 2000s PC that had Intel's card in it, and that's what we thought we should get in the beginning.
It was the Intel ads, the
Yeah, that's all I knew.
Well, also, Intel was pretty good for a while, but it's just like the last 2 generations. Like, once we hit like 9 cores, Intel just didn't have it anymore.
Hey, man, my PC has an AMD slot, so, and now my
I'm going to be 100 with you. I think it's...
So.
And also, the thing with Intel is just, Intel's so fucking expensive. That's the biggest thing about Intel.
That's the problem.
They're expensive as shit.
And
then you got AMD and Nvidia offering better for less.
But AMD doesn't make not AMD. Nvidia doesn't make CPUs, right?
No, they don't. They're solely graphics cards. But it is, it has gotten to the point to where like Intel's not like a status symbol for a CPU. No one cares if you have it. Intel or AMD, you just might get told that you paid too much for a CPU that doesn't do as well.
Yeah, if you had Intel, like I'd be more. I'd have more questions for you if I asked you about your build and you said you had an Intel CPU than anything else. Like, I'd be because even Apple's transitioning away from using Intel chips.
It only makes sense.
Well, I mean, they're switching over to their own chips because they've been making CPUs and phones that have just been, and iPads that have just been blowing everybody else out the water, like
I don't believe
extreme overhead. Look at the clocks on these Apple chips; they're fucking insane, dude.
It's fine. I just.
All right, so
Apple making a CPU for a high-end like laptop and all that jazz. I don't know.
It'll be interesting to see the MacBook Pro when it finally transitions to Apple Silicon. Like, that's something I'll definitely be looking forward to. All right, so the Nintendo Direct Partner Mini Showcase that happened today, or Nintendo Direct Mini Partner Showcase that happened today, it was stealth drop like they've been doing with these, and there was a lot of big news, a lot of interesting things, a lot of weird things. So it was the last one of the year. They confirmed that it's the last one of 2020, which...
The last Partner Direct Mini.
Right.
And you have to use those exact terms.
Yeah, this is the like offshoot of an offshoot. We're like in Persona territory from like Megami Tensei territory. So we're in an offshoot of an offshoot. But this is the last one of the year.
Wait. Are we deep enough in the offshoots to truly be like Persona in SMT?
No,
remember,
because they haven't
SMT is an
dropped
offshoot of a
Direct
book.
Part. So
Just saying, SMT is a spinoff of a book.
Well, I don't think we've gotten that far down the rabbit hole. Even though Nintendo used to make playing cards, so there's that. This is technically like a card company.
Is this the most ambitious crossover?
Some of these things that they talked about in this are actually really exciting. So the first thing they talked... Well, these are in no particular order. I know this was the first thing they talked about because I kind of scrubbed through the Direct. Just trying to like focus on the news that I was really interested in because I didn't have a lot of time today. Mm-hmm. But first game they showed was Bravely Default 2. We kind of got like a deeper dive into it. And Madrid, tell me what you think because I know you were like the Octopath guy. Like you are. You're the most hardcore JRPG dude on the podcast.
I probably played like 10 or 15 minutes of the demo for it, and I don't know, like that game looks very beautiful. And that was pretty much my only takeaway from it. Like stylistically,
and I know they were talking
really
about.
And this was just a demo.
Feedback from the demo, yeah, they took feedback from the demo and improved it.
Right, they kind of released the notes of what they changed and like what they like listened to because they did the same thing for Octopath and all those changes were great. So I'm sure they did the same thing here. So that's exciting. I don't know, I guess I wasn't in the mood, but for whatever reason, when I played that demo, it just didn't really, like, I don't know. I just didn't feel like playing it, I guess. But this game, though, it looks dope. It looks promising. I like the characters that they showed off, like the classes.
My Switch just has so many demos. I'm just like, I want to check out so many of these things, but it's like,
My Switch just has so many JRPGs. Well, the JRPGs.
Oh, yeah, I have a bunch of those, too. But yeah, so Bravely Default 2, I think it's coming out
2021.
March 26th, 2021.
Yeah.
That's the final.
I want to play it. I want it.
Yeah, Jalen, because you actually played Bravely Default and Bravely Second, right?
Did you play the demo?
I did play the demo. It's the thing with me and Bravely in the Bravely series is when I get my hands on it, I enjoy it. Like, it's some really good classic, it's the type of RPGs they made 20 years ago, I get to be that old. They don't make them like this no more. But then also, they don't make them like that anymore for a reason. And so I'm playing other stuff.
Right.
Okay.
And I think that's the reason I didn't finish Octopath, because I'm at this part where I kind of just have to grind my weaker characters, since I don't use them as much. And I was like, I really just don't feel like doing this. And that's kind of where I fell with it.
Yeah, that's where I like kind of fall off with a lot of JRPGs. I don't want to have to just do the grind. Like, I feel like the story should level me adequately for what I'm doing. Like, that's kind of the reason I'm feeling Destiny. Like, Destiny, even though I've been so out of Destiny for so long, I came back and I'm starting to get, I'm doing strikes and I'm like, oh, I'm actually at level for this.
That's how I feel about Ghost, brother.
Yeah, Ghost does have pretty good scaling. Yeah. It kind of transitions you through the process. But we're talking about Nintendo right now.
Fast.
So
right.
The last thing they showed, it's just the next thing on this list I have from Polygon. Shout out Polygon. No More Heroes 3 was shown at the very end, and No More Heroes 1 and 2 are available on Switch right now. So anybody, I've never played those games. I always saw those games, but didn't have a Wii at the time. And by the time I got a Wii, I wasn't trying to buy full-price games.
When I get a chance, I'm definitely going to cop both of them. Or does it come in a bundle? Or is it just...
I don't think so, yeah. I think there's just No More Heroes 1, No More Heroes 2.
Motherfucker.
But I think they're $17 on sale or $18 on sale, and they're $20 regular price. So they're not terrible. It's not like Super Mario 3D All-Stars raking you over the coals, and it's not limited release. I'm still so mad about this shit. What the fuck do you mean a digital game is gonna go away?
Yeah, they're both 10% off right now.
Right. And so they showed that at the end, and they gave a date for No More Heroes 3.
Well, $20.
Okay, so yeah. They're $20 regular price, but $18 on sale with the 10% off, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so they showed that at the end, showed some more footage and stuff from No More Heroes 3. For me, that was, just knowing it's still coming. We've gotten more information about this game than we have Bayonetta 3, which is the, character action game I'm more excited for.
And we have more information than Metroid Prime 3, which just here to hurt me.
4?
Prime 4?
Yes. Pain.
Okay.
You would think they would throw out a fucking trilogy collection right now, right? That would be they're cranking out all this other shit.
I would play that so quickly.
The first Fire Emblem.
Right. Legitimately,
Who asked for that?
Actually, what the Metroid collection I really want is the GBA collection. Put the GBA games on Switch. Give me Super Fusion.
We just need GBA games on Switch.
What we need
general.
is the GBA, Nintendo Switch Online, Nintendo Game Boy Advance. That's what we need. We need an app that we just go in and it has GBA ROMs in there for us to play unlimited. I'd pay $20 a year for the rest of my life to just have access to that at any time on something as convenient as a Switch.
I concur.
Even though I'm constantly complaining about how inconvenient using the Switch is.
Shit, not when you're chilling around the house.
I'd rather just be sitting at my desk playing on my PlayStation, you know? But that's just me. The next game they showed was Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. And I was like, this is a Chris-ass game. Like, I know you didn't watch the partner showcase, but...
I just watched the trailer. Yeah. I mean, it looks like a good Harvest Moon, took notes from Stardew Valley, and it's going to get my wallet. And, yeah. It looks like a good-ass game.
Is it a $60 game, or is it like $40 or something? That's coming November 20th, by the way. Oh, nope. That is not coming November 20th.
No, that's March 2021. There is another one that came out last year, Story of Seasons, which looks like a remake of 1, or Harvest Moon 1 for PlayStation. But, yeah, this new one actually looks pretty dope. It looks like they did expand because the Light of whatever Lighthouse one they just came out with for the Switch for Harvest Moon it's dead. Should never have been a thing. And Story of Seasons looks like they are coming back. Because I have a space in my heart for Harvest Moon because I played it since I was a kid, and I need them to do something good.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon. Like, this new Pokemon expansion is just like, it is hitting all the right notes for me. It's like, we put new Reggies in here, which means we're hearkening back to your Game Boy Advance nostalgia. You can catch every single legend. They're Galarian variants of the original bird. So there's Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres Galarian forms. Like, I feel like this game is hitting the same notes that this Pokemon DLC is hitting. Mm-hmm. I haven't gotten the chance to play it, so like I don't really want to go too in depth on the podcast. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on it, and I know I could just hop in and really get going and start playing, but I kind of want to like get together a team of people to do Dynamax adventures because apparently it's hard as shit with the CPU because the CPU is the same CPU from the raid dens,
and they are bad.
Yeah, which were big trash. And since, Chris, you have Shield Madrid, do you have Sword or Shield?
I got Sword. I do not have the DLC, though. And I don't plan on getting it anytime soon.
Chris, you and I can do it. Jalen, do you have... I
know some people in the Discord. Do you
have this generation of Pokemon games?
I never bought that Pokemon game because as much as I love Pokemon, me and the games are times about done. You know, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima right now. I'm finishing getting my ass torn apart by Doom's DLC. God, it is fucking hard. Man. Okay, so I found my Dark Souls. It's called Doom Eternal. That's what it feels like.
This went from, did you buy a Pokemon game, to I'm getting my fucking shit kicked in by Doom. No, I don't have Pokemon.
Right. I don't have time for these abomination fossil Pokemon. I gotta deal with these abomination hell demons.
Right?
Gotta catch them all.
Like, why is this game so hard?
It happens.
I'm playing on normal. Why is this game so hard?
Well, back to the Nintendo Direct. Just so we can get through it. They showed this game, Part-Time UFO, that it's a new game from HAL Laboratories. So it piqued my interest. Like, that's something, like, depending on the price of the game.
Like a cool little game to just...
It gave me, like, WarioWare vibes, kind of. Which, anything that gives me WarioWare vibes, I'm instantly playing.
It just makes me think Crane Machine the game, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, the UFO machines...
Oh, right. Yeah, UFO machine. Well, there you go.
Right. So, Part-Time UFO, but it looks like it has a lot more going for it than just being like... It's like a UFO machine game, like, that taken to its, like, nth degree. Like, it's given that Nintendo polish. I see Chris seeing the magic of this game. Like, I see Chris seeing the Nintendo magic.
What's the game called again?
Part-Time UFO. And I mean, HAL Laboratory, like, anything HAL Laboratory puts out, I'll at least give it...
Yeah, you can stack cheerleaders.
Yeah.
Right? Does that
And
not
ice cream.
sound like, does that not
you
sound
not
like so much
entertained?
fucking... I see Jalen seeing the magic now, too. Like, I saw a smile come across
Look,
his
I love
cynical
games that are
face.
designed to be a good time. I like
Yeah.
my games designed to be a good time.
I do love
Right.
that.
All your games
Shout
don't
out
have
Miles
to hurt
Morales. Ooh-wee. Oh, well, shout out Demon Souls as well. I'm going to be playing both of those day one on the PS5, and it's going to be two very different types of experiences, along with Devil May Cry 5 and Fortnite.
What about Astro's
and-
Playroom?
Yeah,
Or
might hop
whatever.
into that too.
It is made to kick your teeth in.
I want my first trophy on PlayStation 5 to be for Miles Morales. I'll play, like, maybe until I just get my first trophy, but I really feel like Miles Morales is the game I'm most excited for. So I want my first trophy to be Spider-Man Miles Morales. But, keeping it moving. Staying kind of like on the like Nintendo exclusive. Well, I mean, a lot more of these are Nintendo exclusive. But Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity, now the playable demo out now. I have it loaded on my Switch, ready to go.
That's what I meant to do.
Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, you can't play Persona 5 Scramble? How about you enjoy this Hyrule Legends: Age of Calamity?" Like, Persona accounts are out here shit talking what Atlas has been doing. Speaking of which, like, Atlas,
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's some
One second,
bullshit.
Okay, Atlas, I kn-
steps back.
right, with this, like, oh, we're getting SMT5 day and date across the world, but SMT3, first of all, is coming out in Japan first, even though we already
game's
have a
already
localization
fucking
of the fucking game. Like,
What the fuck?
Well, actually, with that, we don't have a localization of that version of the game. That's not the Dante version. That is the Madhouse version. No, There's three versions of SMT3. There was the original version, then there was the Nocturne version, and then there was the one with Ryder Kuzunoa in it. And the remake is the Kuzunoa version. That's why Dante's a DLC fight and not a story fight, if I remember correctly.
I mean,
And the Kuzunoa version never got localized.
okay, I guess that makes sense. I don't know how much localization work it would really take, considering it's
But
a
they still
game-
didn't uncompress the audio, so we still have a fucking problem.
We have a lot of problems. Like, Atlas is really out here being fucking original Persona 5 launch Atlas. Like, they're putting out streaming restrictions for the game that's not even fucking out yet.
Isn't that game
For
like 17
regular
years
ass
old?
people.
For a game that's also 20 years old.
Right. It's just complete bullshit. It's like if Nintendo put out Link's Awakening, the remake, or Final Fantasy VII remake. It's like you put that out, and you're like, well, I mean, that's kind of a different
No,
case.
because
Yeah.
there were definitely some streaming restrictions on it. And I actually have my capture card set up now, so...
Yeah, I see it over there in the background. Shout out Capture Card. Shout out Elgato. Sponsor us. You know Logitech. I know how y'all do.
Hey, yo, Logitech, fuck with
I've
the kids.
seen what you've
That's
done
our-
for others.
That's
So
our
why
line.
can you not do that for us? We out here grinding.
True. Yeah.
Hit our fucking line. Call us. We want to talk. We just want to talk.
I've supported the fuck out of y'all.
Switch phone, money phone. I mean, yeah, we all have something Logitech in our home setups.
All I see is G's around my room.
Actually, I don't think I do.
I mean, I at least have my Elgato capture card. And Elgato is owned by Logitech. Yeah, your headphones are Turtle Beaches. Blue microphone.
My other headphones are Steel Series.
What kind
G.
of camera are you using?
Logitech.
The one attached to my
Logitech.
MacBook.
Logitech.
All right, so yeah. Anybody interested in Age of Calamity? It has a playable
Yes.
demo out now, and I'm definitely going to be playing it in the near future. So,
You know, why aren't we playing fucking Persona Scramble now? Why do we not know when we're going to be playing that?
Yeah.
Why do I have
are
to play
we
a
are we
demo
going to
in
dunk on Atlas for a whole nother reason now? 'Cause I'm with it. Like, Atlas.
I just
you
wanted
took
to. I just wanted
off
to make that
the
abundantly
Western-
clear.
They took it off their projections for 2020 like for the end of the fiscal year, that the Persona 5 Scrambled North American version would have been a like source of revenue that they completely took off. So who knows if we're even getting this shit? Like this really might have to be the one that we import from Japan, hold up the Google Translate camera to it, and you know.
Didn't P5R do good?
Yeah, I mean great. That's the fucking crazy thing
that's
about it.
The problem. They're just like, we can't put out this game in a these two games in America in the same year. No. This is bullshit.
Even though they did it in Japan.
Japan don't like us.
Damn, Chris out here with the hottest of takes.
I mean, it's true.
Would you like?
No.
Right? Yeah.
No.
I'm not the happiest with America right now.
Ooh.
Vote Biden, please and thank you.
Oh boy,
please.
So Nintendo talked a little bit about their holiday lineup, which is like Pikmin 3 and the Fire Emblem game. But was there anything else that you guys really saw that stood out? Like I know Control and Hitman 3 are coming.
It's the way that the control things, right?
Yeah. So I remember they were doing this. They did cloud streaming. It was only in Japan for a while, but you could stream Resident Evil 7, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and what's the other one? Phantasy Star Online 2 to your Switch. So in Japan, like my Japanese eShop account, I downloaded a couple of those clients to see if they'd work, but they were like, fuck you. I know you're not in Japan right now. So
damn.
So I downloaded the Control thing, and the Control thing's kind of weird. Apparently, after 5 minutes of gameplay, they'll allow you to buy the game. So the application is a free application. I just have the application sitting on my Switch right now. I can boot it up if need be. Control Ultimate Edition right there, cloud version, sitting on my Switch home screen. But then when I boot it up, it takes me to this menu of hey, you're playing a limited time thing. At some point you'll be required to purchase the I think it's called the Access Pass, and you'll need the Access Pass to play the game, and you will always need an internet connection because it's cloud streaming. So whatever, I expected all of that. Get into it, cool. Well, I didn't expect the Access Pass thing. And then I go to just see how much the Access Pass is. And they're like, you have to play this game for at least 5 minutes before you can even buy the Access Pass. And the version that you get for free from the eShop is 10 minutes. So you can play the first 10 minutes of Control Ultimate Edition before you'll have to buy the Access Pass to get access to all the content available in Control Ultimate Edition on Switch while connected to the internet.
To be fair, I think that's a very good idea because it is a cloud service, so they want you to make sure you're playing this game for at least 10 minutes. Say you are 5 minutes. Say you are okay buying this game on cloud service, so it's probably not going to play the best before you purchase this game and then say, oh, it doesn't run well, I want my money back. No, you played this game for 5 minutes. Well, you knew what you were getting into. You lose that.
You had 5 minutes.
I guess you're right. Mm-hmm. I guess you're right. I'm not used to, I've pre-ordered all these PS5 games, and if I hate all of them with a fiery passion, I'm fucked. I spent my money where I spent my money. And, that's been, a thing. You could pre-order games digitally from all these different marketplaces for a long time and preload them and play them. And if you hate them, in a lot of cases, you're just shit out of luck. So, I mean, I guess that makes sense and is kind of consumer-friendly on the Nintendo side. So,
yeah, I fuck with that. Especially with cloud being so up in the air with how its quality of gameplay. That's a really good move.
That, it's streaming, but it's still the bits of Control I've seen running on the Switch. If you're going to be playing Control Ultimate Edition, just play it anywhere fucking else. Please. Play it on PC, play it on Xbox, play it on PlayStation. Anywhere else is going to run this game better, and you're going to get a better frame rate and graphical fidelity version than you're going to get on the Switch.
I mean, that's true.
Especially in handheld.
This is probably for people who just have a Switch. Or their kids got a Switch and you finally got into gaming and now you're playing games on your kid's Switch and Control looks fun.
Buy a fucking Xbox at this point. Like, buy an Xbox One S. Like, do something. Like, I get that there's a market for a lot of these third-party games on Switch. Because there's some weird third-party games that I've bought on Switch that, like, I couldn't make a case to anybody else to buy. Like, Skullgirls, like, is a third-party game that is just, like, I had to have the Switch version as soon as I could have it. But I can't convince anybody who's playing it already on Steam or playing it already on PlayStation to be like, hey, you should really get the Switch version of this game. So, like, I completely get it. Like, there's been things like BioShock. We get 2K and FIFA every year. I'm not sure if they're getting Madden every year on the Switch. Like,
it hasn't hit Switch. Okay,
so we're getting a lot of these games. BioShock, Borderlands. Like, we're getting a lot of these games, and like cloud streaming's a good way to do it, like especially since Nintendo has their own technology and like they can bring games, like they data mine that Resident Evil 3, the new version, is coming to this Nintendo streaming service. So
let's go.
Right. If you wanted to play that on your Switch, Chris, which once again, I don't recommend. Like, play it on your PC, play it on your Xbox, play it on your PlayStation, anywhere else.
I already have it on 2 of those systems. So.
Right. So you have the option, but this is going to open up the option for a bunch of people who don't have a PC or Xbox or PlayStation to play Resident Evil 3, which is just good for Resident Evil in general.
I would be curious to see if Xbox does try to reach out to Nintendo and try to put Game Pass on it eventually.
It'd be interesting.
I'm sure they've probably already talked about it. Like, they've had to have talked about it before. So.
I mean, it only helps. It helps Nintendo Switch because you can get Game Pass on Nintendo Switch and play Xbox games on your Nintendo Switch. And as xCloud gets better, your Switch now gets better. So, I mean, it's a win-win for both of them.
Right, because, I mean, the
Xbox gets to have a handheld without making a
The
handheld.
architecture of the Switch is just an Android tablet. So considering they have xCloud working on Android, and it's like they're literally Android tablets that have the exact same architecture as the Switch out there that can run it's not even Project xCloud. It is now Xbox Game Pass game streaming. Like, it's a full fucking just out there. You can go do it if you have this subscription right now.
I played, Last Party or
After Party
on my phone.
That's leaving Game Pass soon.
I played a lot of After Party just in PlayStation Share.
Yeah.
Or remote play.
That was the first game that I saw on my phone, and I just played it on my phone streaming. It actually played pretty decently.
So if it can work on you probably have a good phone, Chris, but I mean, if it can play on Androids, like a variety of Androids, it can play on the Switch.
Right. And I don't know. I would be happy to see that in the future. I think that's something they could definitely do.
All right. Well, Madrid, one of the things I wanted to talk about this episode was Apex Season 7 coming. Oh, I know you're our resident Apex expert, and I know Chris watched the trailer.
I might. I don't even play Apex.
It has crossplay now. It's coming to Steam soon.
Apex has crossplay beta. I think it's already out on Steam.
Fuck yeah.
All right, I'm going to open Steam. Hopefully it doesn't... Oh, it opened it on the right monitor.
I want to say that it is. So Season 7, they're blowing up World's Edge and moving to Olympus? Or is it Orpheus? I can't remember.
I'm not sure, but yeah, it comes out November 4th on Steam.
November 4th. Oh, okay. Well, that's when the season drops. So, Season 7 is going to drop. I guess that's bringing in Steam. Crossplay is already enabled.
Crossplay will go out of beta. It seems like crossplay is going to go out of beta, and maybe we'll get the Switch version at that point.
What?
Maybe we'll see. I don't know, but they're going to have a vehicle. So you're in a new place. They're introducing a vehicle. So that's gonna be fun. Imagine Apex and you're just like pulling up on a fucking floating car, shooting people.
This new place is beautiful as fuck.
Yo,
it's got farmlands, motherfucker.
That shit's
lots of greens, lots of nature colors.
It's colorful.
It seems like they just upgraded World's Edge, so it makes sense on why they blew it up.
It's a beautiful map.
They're introducing a new character. I think her name's Horizon, and she does like a lot of gravity things. She's like a Scottish.
She the one with the twister that makes them go up in the air and then
then you can just like open fire. Yeah, she seems pretty cool, but you know we're gonna see how it plays. But it looks pretty dope. Like the trailer was fire per usual. I'm excited for this season. Shit, that's like next week, right? It's gonna be a good time.
Well, yeah. By the time this episode is out, it'll be. We'll be getting right into November.
That's next Wednesday.
Yeah, next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it. Game unlock in approximately 6 days. So I mean, next week hopefully we'll all hop into Apex, give it a little cheesy frisk. You know,
if you want to join our cheesy controller
see what it's
squad,
talking about. Like,
I think I'll be making that pretty soon.
Oh, did they bring in the system? What are they called in Titanfall? Clans, guilds, groups, parties, whatever they're called.
I can't remember what the fuck they're called.
But did they bring that system from Titanfall over?
Oh, I'm not
sending them you wanted.
I remember that one. That was pretty cool. That's kind of similar to what, like the PlayStation Party system's become. Kind of, sort of, the same idea, in my opinion. But November 4th is going down. I've seen all the Apex people like re-downloading it, getting back on. Like, all right, we grind out some of these.
There was an update today that I definitely. So I went and I had to upgrade update Minecraft, Apex, and Sekiro on my console today.
Ooh yeah, ooh yeah, ninja time. It's fucking Shinobi time.
So Sekiro got an update. I know it adds like a new game plus, and it adds like a few things that like maybe
boss rush.
Like I know everybody out there who has the platinum on Sekiro and like was all in on Sekiro are going to be playing the hell out of it at least until Demon Souls drops on the PS5. So I've definitely seen Darren and Juwan, like my resident Soulborn Kiro experts. The only person I haven't seen talk about it has been Zach, but he has been like
he is all over Ghost.
Whatever
Legends is like his
Grundle
He's not
deep,
the only one
like,
all over Ghost.
He's deeper than balls deep in Ghost of Tsushima Legends.
Grundle deep.
It's just you're waist deep at that point,
Right? Yeah, like.
If you don't know what a Grundle is, don't look it up.
Chris just drew more attention to. But so talking to the other people I know who typically play these games, like I need to see how Zach's feeling about it because now he's torn between Sekiro and Ghost of Tsushima's both having new content and both being like feudal Japanese samurai ninja games. Like both of those games having content at the same time. So, I mean, I'll have to talk to a few more people, like, as it, like, I think it just dropped literally today, and, like, it's just too much happening for me to fucking hop into Sekiro to try and play some shit that I probably don't have access to because I haven't beat that fucking game. Like, I need to talk to somebody who's platinumed it. Like, I know other Anton Radic by nature, featured on the Double Entendre episode of the podcast. He has 100% of the achievements on Steam, and so he's probably going to download that update and play it, like, give it a good go through the ringer. And I know people like Kuma and Jawan and Darren, like, a lot of the extended Cheesy Controller fam are going to be on this, a lot more than I think any of us will be, so I'll wait for their 100%. Impressions before I talk about it. I just wanted to bring it up. So anybody within our range...
I'm gonna go slay that fucking Guardian Ape and see what's popping.
I do have a question.
Right, yeah, I gotta go fight this blazing bull right quick because he done pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Do you guys consider 100% on Steam platinums?
No, because you don't get a fucking platinum trophy. I don't give a shit if you 100% of this game on every other platform, Steam, Xbox, fucking Nintendo don't even give you anything. Like, but yeah, I don't care if you've 100%ed anything on anything unless you have a platinum trophy, which is an additional trophy that you get for getting that 100% of the achievements or 100% of whatever in a game. I like, you pseudo-platinumed it, but you did not get a platinum trophy. If I look at your PlayStation profile, you will not have a platinum trophy in that game, whether or not you did the 100%. Like, that's why I will go and I will do trophies on Resogun on, like, for a while I was doing trophies on Resogun on Vita because it's like, I don't have the Vita platinum of Resogun. And it's one of my favorite games this generation still.
What if the so-called, not trophies, but whatever every other platform has, like achievements?
If they added another thing, that would...
I mean, what if they're harder than getting the platinum? Because sometimes Steam's achievements are harder than PlayStation's trophies. I
mean...
Think about that.
I'd consider you a better player. I'd consider you a better player of the game. Like, if you have 100% of the Steam achievements in any game, like, I'll consider you hardcore in that game, but until you achieve that platinum trophy on the PlayStation version of that game, you don't have the platinum.
Okay, I don't care about the platinum. I just wanted the good at the game recognition.
Yeah, you're hardcore. I'm not discounting Anton Radic by nature. Check out his Bandcamp. I'm not discrediting his.
Damn, I ain't heard that since I was in high school. Check out his Bandcamp is a sentence I haven't heard since high school.
His Bandcamp that is actually legitimately Loopback Protocol on his Bandcamp. That's like a legit flip tape. I highly recommend everybody check it out.
Shout out to that, cause damn.
Right, if you're this deep in the episode, I can definitely give you music recommendations. Like, we're over an hour into the episode, so check out Radic by Nature on Bandcamp. But yeah, I'm not discrediting his achievements in Sekiro. I'm just saying he doesn't have a platinum trophy for it.
Is that a platinum beer in your hand?
Yeah, Bud Light Platinum Seltzer. They're
Are they the stronger? Fucking Christ!
They're 8%, and these shits are fucking fun. Like,
oh shit!
They're really great. They come in like these slim cans. They have citrus, which I drank an entire one of. Blood orange, and then they have like wild berry. I think is the other one. Give me a second.
Fuck White Claw.
Yo, blood orange fucking slaps with liquor.
You had to say 8%, and I'm done.
Yeah, wild berry.
God damn,
but yeah, these are 8%, and they're a lot of fun. And you know, like I'm still I have the cheesy controller spirit of drinking the White Claws at the table with the homies. Like
we're doing platinums now.
Oh yeah, they're great. Until we can get Narwater back rolling. I'm
gonna still have platinums on the side. Narwhalers were like 3.5%.
Yeah, these shits 8%. They hit with an exclamation mark. Like they hit from Dragon Ball Super hit.
Shout out to Functioning Alcoholics Podcast.
I don't think we're the most functioning alcoholic podcast out there, just because of some of the podcasts I listen to. But
we function. I still get up to go to work.
Yeah, we're.
I know I'm the reason for those podcasts.
Alcoholics. I'm just top
5.
Video
I feel
game
like
podcast?
functioning alcoholic. If you're a functioning alcoholic, one of your career paths is podcasting. You know.
Yeah, that was one of our career paths.
That's like a subclass or like a job.
Half of us are line cooks.
No, that's just
only
advanced
in our blood.
use of the drunken rant skill. That's all it is. Just drunken rants over and over again.
We're putting a lot of points into drunken rants.
Yeah.
That skill tree is going to be maxed out before anything else. Like, normally I try and go for more health or more attack damage. Nah. Drunken Rants all the way.
I think I chose.
Yeah, I'm running the Drunken Rants build.
Yes.
All right, so I mean that's all I kind of had as far as like the notes.
Damage
I know there's a lot more to talk about, but how are y'all? What y'all been on, Madrid? Like, you been on anything other than the stuff we've been talking about? I think we'll just.
How are y'all mentally and emotionally, brother? I'm cool. I've been playing.
I saw you streaming. You streamed twice this week.
Fucking streamed this week. That feels like so long ago. So I streamed some Ghost Legends mode. Can't remember who I've played with because I played with so many people over the course of the past week.
I don't think we've played together, but we've been online at the same time.
We've played together. It just hasn't. Dude, that was a while ago. I wasn't even running Samurai at that point. And now Samurai's like my second
I've been a Samurai main. I just got my third
Samurai
earlier in that.
Nice.
And Jalen, you bought it legitimately after the podcast last week. How are you feeling about Ghost of Tsushima Legends as an entire pack, or Ghost of Tsushima as an entire package? Because you got in after Legends came out. You've just been every time. I've seen Jalen more online on PlayStation in the last 7 days than I have in the last year.
I'm not saying there's a direct correlation, but there's absolutely a direct correlation.
Yeah. How you been feeling about it, Jalen?
Let's
thoughts?
see.
Give us your critical
in Legends mode, my Hunter is currently gear scored at 98. So, am I at 98 or at 88? I'm up there. I can do gold. I can do gold missions now.
You've done more in both the story mode and the Legends mode than me.
Yo, the single player story is so good. It is so good.
I mean, it's Sucker Punch. Like, Sucker Punch has had me since.
No. This is a new level for Sucker Punch. Like, Sucker Punch has never been this good. Like, they've always been good, but this is a new level. This is empirically.
I'm on a new level.
Mm-hmm. Like, well, I like the dichotomy between the games. Like, you should be a samurai, standoff, call out your enemies, fight them, eye to eye,
chest out.
But also, you could string 4 assassinations and get this mission done in 30 seconds.
Right, that's the thing. That's something I saw. Like, I listened to a lot of people's reviews, like, spoiler free. I haven't gotten into the spoiler cast yet because I want to beat the game before I do that. But, like, just judging by people's impression on the game, it's like you're working towards, like, when you become the Ghost of Tsushima, because you're, like, working through these different, like, ranks. And when you finally become the Ghost, the game will be the game that you're trying to make it be right now. Because right now they're trying to make you be a samurai. You're still upgrading skill points.
Oh, no, that's the thing about it.
Samurai stuff.
That's the thing about it is you unlock... Yes, but also no. And what I mean by that is you can put your skill points into... You have more samurai stuff early, yes, but you can put early points into your ninja stuff real quick. Get that extra kunai for your throws and all that nonsense.
Okay. But, I mean, yeah, you're farther in the game than me, and so like I'm just going off of other people talking about the game, like whether that be people in the rupees, whether that be Kuma, whether that be like Kind of Funny, like whether that be like Giant Bomb, like just different people I listen to that have been playing the game. Like, I don't want to talk like I'm the expert. Like, I am not the Ghost of Tsushima expert. Hit up somebody in the Discord who's playing this game for more information than I'll ever be.
I'm pretty versed in Legends. That's about it. The actual story.
Yeah, I'm making my way through the story.
I'm trying to do this story Friday. I won't be raid ready by Friday. I just know based on how my work schedule's set up.
Oh,
60 something. I won't be ready even on my samurai. Like, I won't be rank 20. I won't, like, any of that shit by 2 days from now. Nah, just the way I gotta work and the way life has been treating me lately, it ain't happening.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. Currently, it got me running around the map. Like, I like the way that the side quests are split up in the blocks. It's like, hey, you could do this person's side quest, but you can only do X amount of it before you unlock the next part of the story. And so I'm just going around doing that, and I end up clearing an entire part of the map before I move on with the story. It reminds me why I don't run to this genre game immediately, but reminds me also of why I like it.
Right, it's just... So, are you starting to see the Assassin's Creed in this game?
Yes, but that's... Yeah. I see what people were saying that's like Assassin's Creed, because Ubisoft has only been making one type of sandbox game for the past decade, so... Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, but the problem with the Ubisoft
done
games...
competitive 6v6 shooter or 4v4 shooters. They've done other things. Like,
but
think
they've
about
also
it.
made
Ubisoft
the same...
also does Just Dance every fucking year. And they all, like, it's not... You're not... While, true, you can consistently get that type of game from Ubisoft, and you've been able to do that for years.
Most of their games were that until recently.
I mean, Rainbow Six has been out for a while, and they were doing this stuff like Grow Home. I think that was the name of that game. Grown Home? Grow Home?
So,
something.
You still got Watch Dogs, which was the Ubisoft formula. Far Cry became the Ubisoft formula.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Assassin's Creed, the Crew, fucking like
everything is a formula.
Really, the Crew became that.
Ghost Recon became the Ubisoft sandbox.
Apparently, you were synchronizing towers in the fucking Crew in the first game, and I was like, wow, this is Ubisoft ass Ubisoft game. But I will give them the credit that they do other shit than just that. Also, shout out Ubisoft. They're doing, I think it's called Ubisoft Connect now. All the Uplay rewards in every game that you've played up until now that has Uplay rewards are now 100% free to you. So I might log into like the Division 2 and claim all of those. I might log into like Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, claim all of those. Like all the Ubisoft games I've accumulated over this generation, I might just log in and get those. But the interesting thing about Ubisoft Connect is once those servers go live, they'll be doing cross progression in all their games. So if I want to, let's say, play Watch Dogs Legion on PS5, but then I just happen to go over to my Xbox, I can take all of that save data with me. And like the interesting thing about this is they're doing what Destiny did, but integrating more platforms. And like, so Destiny, yeah, PS4, PS5, Xbox
I mean, let's just be 100 here.
Series.
At this point, cross saves and cross progression should be industry standard at this point.
And the fact that Ubisoft is pushing it, like all of their games going forward are going to have it and are going to be on more platforms than anybody else's games, because they're on Stadia. They're going to be on Amazon Luna. They're going to be on all these different services that typically like the big players will ignore. Like, I don't think Destiny's coming to Amazon Luna anytime soon. I don't think Call of Duty's coming to Amazon Luna anytime soon. But like Ubisoft, that's one thing you can give Ubisoft. They supported the Vita, they supported the Wii U, they supported the Ouya. Like, Ubisoft will support whatever the hell comes out, and like having cross progression on whatever the hell comes out.
They're trying to get that money, bro. If they can be on as many platforms as possible, they're gonna do that. You know?
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's something
You can't just separate.
They have, that naturally gives you less competition.
Right, yeah. And I mean, like, I'm excited for when the Division 3 comes out, and I want to, play with my Xbox friends, or I want to play on PC for like higher frame rates or whatever. Like whenever I upgrade my PC, like being able to take that save data with you. You said what?
Are you gonna play it?
I mean, I played a little bit of Division 1. I played a little bit of Division 2. I'll play a little bit of Division 3.
Why? Why settle for that? Why?
I mean,
you can
I
play
like
a little
these
more
games.
Of something
Like
you like.
it's
or something
I
you
like shooters.
Something that you really want to play, though. You know, there's a difference between playing it because
the
you want to play.
The Division hits so many of the right notes for me because it's compared to Destiny. It's compared to like Borderlands. It's compared to like a lot of these. It takes a lot. It's a third-person shooter like Fortnite. It takes a lot of the elements of a lot of the shooters that I already play anyway, and combines them in an interesting way. So like, I just feel like I've never had the group to play with the way I did in Destiny. Like every time I've really, really gotten into Destiny, I've had a crew in Destiny, and I've never really had that kind of crew in the Division. But like. There is nothing about the Division that I actively dislike. I won't go out there and be like, fuck the Division, fuck Ubisoft. Like, no. I've enjoyed what I've played of both of the Division games that I've played. So, if whenever they come out with Division 3, it'll be something I'll give a shot.
I know personally I never have to play another Ubisoft game. And I would be okay.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World remastered.
That don't count.
You gotta play that fucking game.
That one don't count.
Yeah, but that's more because that's more in Brian Lee O'Malley's solidarity more than anything. Like, let's just be 100 here. Exactly. We all know what we came here for.
Right.
Also, it's Ubisoft China and not really Ubisoft anything.
Exactly. So it don't count. Whatever you gotta do, it don't count. Any of that other shit they try to push off, any of those goddamn mobile games, no thank you.
Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
All right. Madrid, you been on anything else this week? I know we talked about you streaming. I know you did. You
Hades.
Talked about.
I still can't fucking beat Hades, but that's besides the point. By this time next week, I would have punched him in the face.
You gotta just learn the patterns, man. You gotta believe. You gotta learn the patterns and believe.
Last time, I didn't even die to him. I died to like poison. I just raw died to poison, just like trying to get to him.
Yeah, poison is. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
I was like, damn, I didn't build for health enough, and I was like streaming, so I'm up here. Was y'all seeing the chat? Oh fuck. Oh, you just dropped me a sub. Thanks. Yo, shouts out to Kano for the sub the other day. Appreciate that, man.
All right, shout out to the fucking 6 subscribers we have on Twitch. Shout out each and every one of y'all. Y'all are the goats. Shout out everybody who supports us on Patreon. And remember, if you want to support us on Patreon, you can get early ad-free access to pretty much every episode. Well, not ad-free. I lied about that part. You'll get early access to every episode. You know we're pretty minimal with our ads.
We'll give you that Fortnite.
You only get... So, check us out on Patreon.
Yo, this isn't something I've been on, but I just want to shout them out. Shouts out to the OK Beast podcast. They recently...
shout out Ian.
Shout out to Ian. Shout out to Alex. Shouts out to Brandon. Basically, they said their farewells on Monday, and, you know, they decided to pack in the podcast. Another white male podcast is... finally been laid to rest. So, RIP. But no, shouts out to them.
Yeah.
Ian shouted us in the community out. So, you know, fuck with the kids.
I mean, go listen to their old episodes. I'm pretty sure that'll somehow benefit them still. So, OK Beast Podcast.
If anything, it's just fun. So it's a fun listen, you know.
All right. Well, Jalen, what you been on this week? I feel
I've
like
been alternating.
You've been on PlayStation, which is a whole new shakeup. It's a whole new fucking frontier we're on.
No.
Jalen
Specifically Ghost of Tsushima. I turn on my PlayStation just to play Ghost.
I mean, that's fine. You turn on your PlayStation. You've held your PlayStation controller more in the last week than I feel like you have the last year. And I'm just proud of you. I'm excited. You know, Ghost of Tsushima is an attainable platinum. You know, maybe you'll feel...
Oh, no, I'm not going to platinum that game. I ain't got time. I'm finishing games right now. I'm trying to finish games before end of the year talks. I got things to finish.
Well, I mean, Cyberpunk got delayed.
And a new... Exactly. So a new slot got opened up because Cyberpunk got delayed. I'm thinking it's going to be... Again.
So much goddamn news.
Only by 3 weeks.
Again.
But also, like...
21 days. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
Makes sense, though.
It's still...
But that just means it's not going to be going for a 2020 Game of the Year for me. That's just what it is.
I mean,
My
it
cutoff
can't.
is the end
Coming
of
out in December, it literally can't.
Yeah, my cutoff is literally the 1st of December.
Yeah, you can't experience a game that hard. Especially that kind of a game that hard and say it's Game of the Year.
Yeah. But
Unless you're like Zach or Darren or somebody.
Jawan.
I mean, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
But because sometimes, like, if you are playing a game, you're like, oh, I'm not going to be playing anything else the rest of the year other than this. Yeah, that's your Game of the Year. It's over at that point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. These Dynamax adventures, shiny hunting this ho-oh, like, I really might be Pokemon DLC? Nah, I'm lying.
Can
Last of Us Part
DLC be
2.
the Game of the Year?
Yes,
I
last year
really need to
was-
play Last
last
of Us
year-
Part 2. There's so many games that I would make my Game of the Year, and I just haven't played them.
Yeah, like, Hades, I haven't gotten to put enough time into Hades. Like, I know
You do.
I
You
love
need to.
Hades.
Learn that Zeus is a freaking problem.
I shouldn't have played Persona 4. I would have
No,
had
you should
all
have.
the time in the world.
Yeah,
and
Nah, you
can-
should have.
No, you made the right
Persona
choice.
No,
4
you
can
absolutely
be your
should have.
game of the year. I would
You
not
can
be
always
mad if
justify
Persona
that.
4 Golden was Chris's game of the year 2020. I wouldn't be
I would-
mad in the
My
It's a
game of the
that
year,
came out this
too.
year, technically.
2 of my games of the year are Persona 5 Royal, and then Persona 4, and that's it.
You
That's all
could
I
have
got.
had a
That's all I
fucking
played this year.
3-piece, Chris, but no. Atlas said, fuck you, fuck me, and fuck America. That's what they said. These aren't my words.
Right?
These are their words.
We could have been playing SMT 3.
That's kind of how...
That could have been a 4-piece.
Some days that's how I feel.
I don't know what the fuck.
I just want Scramble.
Jalen, did you play a video game this week?
I played Ghost of Tsushima. I've been playing a lot of Ghost of Tsushima. I've been with the boys. We're all 4 or 5 deep. We've been up. We've been doing it.
Nice.
I've been doing my dailies in Genshin Impact. Getting close to 1.1 is going to drop in the next week or 2, which is going to be interesting. I'm finishing up Doom. The DLC came out. I'm finishing that up. It's kicking my shit in, but I'm finishing that up.
All right.
Like, I've been playing games this week.
All right. Chris, have you been on anything in particular this week?
Well, my good friend Zach bought me Ghost of Tsushima.
Holy shit.
Whoa.
Yeah. Last Thursday.
You're going to be on Legends? Are we stacking some survival modes as the cheesy boys? You let
we
this
have to do
bombshell
that.
wait this long into the... Chris, we
We're
are
contractually obligated to do that at least once.
We are
I
an
mentioned
hour
it.
and 20-something minutes into this fucking podcast, and you just now decide to hit us with you got Ghost of Tsushima?
I do feel a wee
I said
bit
it a couple of
betrayed.
times, but it's fine.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah,
fine.
I didn't
Okay.
hear it.
And-
Like, Jalen, did you hear it? If anybody heard it,
I blame the medicine.
don't look at the camera menacingly. Did you hear it? Okay, fuck it. Jalen's just...
Roll a d20, see if you heard it.
Okay.
Constitution check.
Wait, is this perception?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All right,
I know whatever.
here we go.
Add your,
It's not it.
add your modifier.
Whatever Chris says, I agree.
Nat 1.
That one? You
That
still
one.
heard it
Didn't
because I
hear
fucking
shit.
said it. All you needed was a 1. I still said it. But yeah, I got Ghost of Tsushima on Thursday. I met Homegirl that you meet in the beginning, and I didn't really get much further than that because
Oh, you're still in the,
You need to play the Legends.
You're still in the
tutorial
opening.
and play Legends with the homies because we can force stack
can
this
do that.
bitch
It's
right the fuck now, Chris.
I would
I
have
will
played
end this
more
fucking
of this
podcast.
game. We should. It's been way too long. These poor people need to go to sleep or whatever they're
loving
doing with
it.
their lives.
If they are this far into the episode, they're enjoying themselves. Okay.
I hope so. Yeah, but my dumbass decided to rearrange my office for the 100th time of this pandemic. And it looks great. It's only gotten
Yeah,
better
I
every
like it.
single time that I've done it.
I'm going to steal that baby one of these
What?
days. At some point, I'm going to your Kojima Productions baby up there. I'm going to.
You cannot steal my baby. They're gonna know it's not yours.
Y'all brothers over here playing Death Stranding.
Right? Yes.
I need to finish that game.
I need to finish that game. I was wearing my Kojima Production shirt the other day just because it's a comfy ass shirt.
It's okay.
And
You
shout
don't
out
have to.
Kojima.
We're moving into the PlayStation 5, bro. It's okay. You can leave it.
I'm going to
leave it by the
download Death
wayside.
Stranding on my PS5. How
I know
about
you
that?
are, but you can. Play it on your PS5.
I'm just gonna
just do it. Just play it there. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna give it one recommendation. Never decide to redo your office, including painting all of the walls and putting up new furniture, the day before you record a podcast. Because you're not going to finish it the day before you record the podcast. You're going to do it the day of the podcast. And it's going to be a bitch. Sorry for the B word.
Chris, sorry for the B word.
Yeah,
We got to think about everybody.
All right, before this podcast crashes and burns in a fiery blaze of glory, Chris, have you played anything this week of note? I played Fortnite. I played Rocket League.
No.
I played the regular.
I mean, yes, I played Rocket League.
We played the Ghostbusters.
It's Rocket League.
There's Ghostbusters in Fortnite. Fortnitemares is garbage. Anybody got one more thing before we wrap? Because I really feel like we've hit the plateau of just drunken rant.
Shouts out to Guilty Gear Strive.
Shouts out to Guilty Gear Strive. They showed that new character,
Giovanna. Ooh, yeah, let me just say, their character designs have not fucking missed.
I like that name.
I saw, one of the articles that got me to stop fucking with Kotaku was them complaining about her being one of the most generic fighting game characters ever. And I was like, all right, how about y'all go eat a whole fucking popcorn bucket of dick?
I can't fuck with them in their clickbaity ass clickbait, content that they decide to crank out. And, I don't like the way they move. You feel me? Her design is fire. She has a spirit wolf doggo that is just the best fucking. It's just the best pupper.
Is it a stand or a persona?
She has really poofy pants. You don't see that shit anymore. You know,
I love poofy pants.
She's not hyper sexualized. She's kind of taken for a Guilty Gear character, right? That's the thing, though. She's not out here the way some of their designs are. It's like a contrast as opposed to just cranking out the same character. Which, since she's kind of tame for a Guilty Gear character, like you said, Trash Boat, that means that she is, in fact, different from characters that they've put out before, thus demonstrating range. Stay woke, brother. And they announced Anji. They haven't showed him off, but, I don't think he's been on one since, Guilty Gear XX.
I'm going to talk to these.
All right. Well, my one more thing that I kind of want to talk about, Final Fantasy XIV is having a free login campaign. So I updated Final Fantasy XIV on my computer, and I'm going to be opening it up and giving it a go. Hopefully it doesn't give me violent motion sickness like it did the last two times I gave it a shot.
So we're playing 14?
Yeah. Well, not tonight, but tomorrow. I got you. At some point, if my day's not complete hell like it was today, and it is pretty much every other day.
Do you work tomorrow?
Yes. I work every day. I work every fucking day now, Chris. I work every day.
I was like, we can set an alarm for 9 a.m. We're playing from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
I got to set an
Let's
alarm
go.
at 9 a.m. and go to Costco to get dog food so my dogs don't eat me in my sleep. That's what I got to do in the fucking morning. All right. Remember, you can follow us all collectively around the internet, choosingcontrollerpodcast.com. You can follow me on Twitter at Anton6, 3 X's. Respect the name. Jalen, where can people find you?
Squid Bishop.
Chris?
I'm now Chris.Montalbano on Instagram. That's pretty much all I will post. Come and follow me for some food, motherfuckers.
Yeah, check his food out.
All right. Chris, you're
It's pretty good.
One of these days, you're going to have to stop changing your name. Because Chef Goldblum Onion was like...
solid. I get it. It was really good. I really want to change it back.
You gotta change at least a name somewhere else back to Chef Goldblum and Onion.
Yeah, I'll take it. Chef Goldblum Onion could be in Discord because I feel like it would hit
No, Chef Goldblum Onion should be the Instagram because all you do is post fucking food.
Okay, yeah. Okay, don't listen to what I said. Chef Goldblum and Onion. Just follow me. Just look for both.
Google that shit.
Just Google it. Look for both. If you see this goofy ass face, if you follow us and watch us on Twitch, you'll see this goofy ass face.
We're also YouTube every single week.
Oh, YouTube, yes. If you see this face, you got me. See my food. Holler at me. I might even give you some recipes if you're nice enough. They're pretty good.
Madrid, where can people find you?
You can check me out
if you want to be found. That is
twitch.tv/SunnyChifa. You can check me out on Twitter at twitch.tv. No, what am I saying? You can follow me on Twitter at 3PSetPod or SpeedwagonX, and you can check me out on Gamerize at SunnyChifa. Also check out Gamerize. We'll have more info on that.
Oh yeah.
Next week, probably.
Next week.
I just signed up. I'm Chefin_Chris.
I'll be Anton63X's by the time I get on there, which will be before this episode's out publicly, so it'll be all good. The audio version of this podcast is edited by Akuma Santi. The video version is edited by Lana Twisted Mind. Until next time, keep it cheesy, and we love you.